Hello and welcome to the program. This edition of Newsroom series covering Nigeria's Northeast. I am Bukola Koka. And we begin in Taraba State, where the government has pledged to collaborate with the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons to combat the growing threat of illicit arms circulating in the state. According to the state government, the collaboration is expedient in view of the urgency in securing the state due to its proximity to Cameroon, which is currently recording rising cross-border crimes and arms proliferation.
Arms and light weapons to Taraba State government is to seek partnership to combat the proliferation of illicit arms in the state. The Northeast Zonal Director of the Center, retired Major General Abubakar Adamu, maintains that the governor has invested a lot in securing the state, but the dangers associated with bearing small and light weapons is increasingly becoming a threat in the state.
As we are aware today, Nigeria is facing a lot of challenges, and it has to do with the proliferation of small and light weapons. And we have had a lot of challenges even in prosecuting personnel because the laws are archaic. And we want to see that we collaborate with our stakeholders, particularly here now we're going to meet with all the arms-bearing units, the Department of State Service, Police, Army, and all the security agencies.
Taraba shares border with Cameroon and 6 other states in the country. The state's government believes their geographical location has contributed to the rise in cases of arms proliferation in the state. The state's government hopes to collaborate with the center to curb the trend.
Presently in Cameroon, these Amazonians, a lot of them are moving to Nigeria with smaller arms and selling them to our indigenes. When we don't have people like this who are well experienced that can track and retrieve them from them, eventually what may come up in our state may be more than what we expect.
Established in 2021, the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons says it is not only seeking partnership, but also public education on the dangers of illegal weapons to curtail arms trafficking through strategic policies and interagency cooperation.
More on security matters. The Bauchi State Police Command has launched a full-scale investigation after impounding over 300 blocks of dried leaves suspected to be cannabis sativa. The discovery followed a motor vehicle accident in Toro local government area. Our correspondent Hajara Aliu has more on this report.
Police authorities in Bauchi State have on display what they say were blocks of suspected cannabis sativa, which were being transported from Plateau State en route to Bauchi when the vehicle carrying them collided with another car in Toro local government area. The Commissioner of Police, CP Sani Omolori Aliyu, briefs journalists at the command and confirms that the driver remains unidentified.
Occupants of one of the vehicles disappeared from the scene, and when the vehicles were evacuated to the division, GRA division, upon searching the vehicles, we discovered heavy substances of suspected cannabis.
After the briefing, the CP hands over the drugs to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency for further action. In another development, the command holds an interactive session with stakeholders as part of activities marking Customer Service Week.
In prosecuting a criminal, only for the
during the session, representatives from the Police Community Relations Committee, journalists, and the National Union of Road Transport Workers raised concerns about police operations. Mr. Aliu addresses some of the issues, especially the challenges with prosecution and coordination with the judiciary.
That problem does exist, and we are working, the two institutions are working to overcome that problem. If you see of recent, that issue is gradually abating, and I have confidence in the Chief Judge that...
Discussions also sought to tackle gender-based violence and improvement in conviction rates.
Any issue that has to do with gender-based violence, we ensure that the prosecutions are prompt and the investigations are prompt, and immediately we charge such matters to court. With the support of the Office of the First Lady and the judiciary as well, our cases of GDP are not compromised at all.
The forum is part of ongoing efforts by the command to strengthen community engagement and build public trust. Hajara Ali, Channels Television News.
The Yobe State government is partnering with civil society organization, African Youth for Peace Development Foundation, AfriDev, and other stakeholders to counter violent extremism in the state. The executive director of AfriDev, Mariam Aje, who disclosed this at the inauguration of the technical team of the partnership in Damaturu, says they will come up with an action plan that would be adopted by both government and other civil society organizations.
One to aim is to introduce the partnership against violence extremism in the state as an umbrella body centrally coordinating activities of civil society organizations in the country that are working on prevention, mitigation, and countering violence extremism. And again, to also inaugurate the PEP network chapter of Yobe State, and also inaugurate a technical working group of, for the development of state action plan on prevention and countering violence extremism. Like I said, this is an advocacy which we have started as a national network. Since last year, we are working in the northwestern states with government and civil society organization on prevention and countering violence extremism, as well as in the northeast, Yobe specifically. This is our first engagement under the PEP network with support from the PCBA KIRH, which is the Knowledge, Innovation and Resource Hub.
The Yobe State Director of Public Prosecution, Barrister Yusuf Abdullahi, reveals that the challenges of violent extremism are increasing even after insurgency.
This workshop is very, very important to Yobe State in general, because this is a trend. We have experienced the violent extremism from Boko Haram terrorist group. And we are seeing more of violent extremism in the state. Not only that of Boko Haram, but there is emergence of other groups, especially those that organize themselves and kidnapping people, extorting people, especially in areas like Gujuba, Gaidam, part of Tarmoa, Yunusari, and rest.
The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in Adamawa State has intercepted 204 giant iron pipes believed to have been vandalized from stations belonging to the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, fuel supply pipeline network. Preliminary investigations revealed that the iron pipes were dug out of NNPCL supply lines and loaded from a bush around Mararaba Abari, Lau, local government area of Taraba State. Briefing newsmen at the headquarters of the command in Yola, the state capital, Commandant of the NSCDC, Idris Dahiru Bande, confirms that 5 suspects were arrested and in custody while transporting the items.
Press briefing commenced after a brief waiting time at the command headquarters in Yola, the Adamawa state capital, where the Corps Commandant, Idris Dahiru Bande, reveals that 5 persons were arrested while conveying the 204 vandalized fuel pipes to Yobe State.
Preliminary investigation revealed that the iron pipes were dug out and loaded from a bush around Mararaba Abari, Lao local government in Taraba State. In an attempt to evade detection, the suspect concealed the pipes with chaffs, deceitfully presenting them as farm products. This arrest is a clear demonstration of our proactive strategy in combating acts of vandalism, economic sabotage, and other criminal activities threatening the national infrastructure and assets.
The suspects were later paraded on the corridors of the premises at the command headquarters. Suspects admits involvement in the operation.
I happen to be part of the workers who works in the where the pipe is. So we remove out the pipe, we load it, coming to Adamawa State, down to Yobe State. Then we were caught in one village around. So I hear it around when I was in the village. So I just said, hence there is no something doing, let me go there and get the pipe and sell to get money.
Meanwhile, the representative of the manager, NNPCL, Yola Terminal, Mr. Mohammed Kacha, identifies the vandalized pipes as property belonging to the company.
Seen the pipes, 8 inches, and they are wrapped. They are wrapped so that to prevent corrosion when they are buried inside the. So, and that goes to show that they are pipes. So we want to thank the members of civil defense, the management of civil defense, and the staff for being collaborative in this aspect.
The NSCDC says investigation is in progress to determine other possible individuals involved with a view to prosecuting all culprits. It, however, wants other people to desist from such criminal activities.
In keeping with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda in the health sector, the federal government has commissioned a handful of projects at the Federal Teaching Hospital in Gombe State. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pati, describes the projects as a giant leap towards repositioning healthcare, not just for Gombe State, but for the entire Northeast and Nigeria as a whole. As part of efforts to reposition the health sector for greater service delivery and in line with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, the Minister of Health, Professor Ali Pati, is in Gombe State to commission some state-of-the-art medical facilities at the Federal Teaching Hospital Gombe and in other areas.
May God bless.
At least 8 major projects are unveiled and made ready for public use, including an isolation and molecular laboratory, an anesthesia complex, a computed tomography and magnetic resonance imaging center, an Institute of Health Sciences, Institute of Engineering complex, among others. Commissioning the landmark projects, Professor Pati calls on Nigerians to join hands in building robust health systems across the country.
Truth is, Nigeria is on the rise, and we believe that if we collectively as Nigerians join hands, we can build the healthcare system that we want, that we are the ones that are responsible for doing that. There are no angels or people from anywhere else who will come and fix our country for us. Our president is charting a course for this country, which is long-term, which is towards growth, towards prosperity, towards better health.
In her remarks, chairperson of the governing board of the Federal Teaching Hospital Gombe says the use of cutting-edge technology and institutionalization of ultra-modern facilities are integral to the realization of the renewed hope agenda in the health sector.
Is upscaling in terms of manpower, services, and technology to make sure that we deliver the mandate of Mr. President of renewed hope, health for every Nigerian. And we thank God that the executive governor of Gombe is also contributing immensely to that.
While restating the commitment to President Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, the Chief Medical Director of the Federal Teaching Hospital Gombe, Professor Yusuf Abdullahi, commends Governor Yahaya for inspiring synergy among primary, secondary and tertiary healthcare providers in the state.
All what you have seen today, Mr. President is working on top, and the benefit is for all Nigerians. And we are happy that we have our able, honorable coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Al-Fatih, who is guiding the cost. And now also the appointment of the board chairman of this institution has added spices to all what we have done now. And then don't forget that our able governor, he is one of us, because all what we are doing, we don't do anything without his consent, and we don't do anything without his own information. Even the construction of this place, even when this place was nothing, he knows about it, and he knows also what he will do to make the place better. So we are working in Gombe State as one health between the federal, the state, and also the local government in order to make our people benefit from all the good things that are coming under the Renewed Hope agenda of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
For Governor Yahaya, the projects will help bridge critical gaps in healthcare delivery across Gombe and surrounding communities.
In alignment with the Renewed Hope agenda, that we are able to achieve all that and that we are ready to do. So I want to assure you that we are gradually winning and we shall reach the destination, inshallah.
Other projects inaugurated include a 128 slides computerized tomography scan machine, an engineering complex, electronic medical record complex, and internal road network at the facility. The equipment and centers are expected to provide, among other things, specialized services in maternal, neonatal, and pediatric care, while helping to reduce maternal and infant mortality rates in the state. You're on to Newsroom Series. There's more to come on development. This time we'll head over to Borno State, where Governor Baba Gana Zulum commissions 2 to 3 bedroom apartment units for teachers. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. In an effort to mitigate housing challenges faced by workers, the Borno State Governor, Professor Baba Gana Zulum, has commissioned 72 housing units for teachers, comprising 2 and 3 bedroom apartments in Mafa local government area of the state. The governor, who commissioned the project alongside other government officials, said it is geared towards addressing the accommodation challenge that teachers have faced over time and ensure improved welfare in the education sector.
Before now, most government teachers in the state passed the night in their offices owing to lack of accommodation amid the harsh economic situation. Hence, the inauguration of 2 phases of 2 and 3 bedroom apartments comes as a relief and a sign of hope to contributors to Borno State's education sector. Accompanied by a boisterous team of state government officials, Governor Baba Gana Zulum arrives at the headquarters of Mafa local government area to a jubilant atmosphere.
The glory of God and to the benefit of the teachers.
After the inauguration, the governor makes a symbolic presentation of letters of allocation to some beneficiaries of the housing infrastructure. Speaking shortly after the commissioning, the Commissioner for Education and Innovation revealed the Borno State government lost over 5,000 classrooms to Boko Haram insurgency.
In terms of infrastructure, like you rightly mentioned, we have to remember that Boko Haram destroyed more than 5,000 classroom infrastructure, thus culminating our massive rebuilding efforts to create access. In 2019, they left us with 2.2 million children out of school. Today, we have less than 800,000. And by the end of the year, we intend to cut that number by half. We have built and delivered 104 mega schools. 35 are on various stages of construction, and we have advertised 20.
Governor Zulum also deployed his executive powers to reward excellence in service with the donation of a 2-bedroom bungalow to an Anambra State indigene Mrs. Mabel Ijoma Duaka, who has worked with Mafa Primary Healthcare Center for 24 years and never left Mafa for a month, even during the insurgency. It was double reward for her as the governor also granted her son Anthony Duaka automatic employment at the Kashim Ibrahim University, Maiduguri.
So, you have given you automatic, which one? Do you need Ramon Technical University of Maiduguri? State University. Go to State University. Yes, sir. So, we are giving you from State University.
Today is a happy day for me. The Excellency Zulum, Baba Gana Zulum, have honored me, appreciated what I have been doing in Mafa, and honestly has been so good to me, helping me all round, financial, and even education. I did my BSc Health Education in Mafa with scholarship. So I'm really grateful. Today is a happiest day. He gave my son job. He gave me a house.
I am one of the beneficiaries of these 2-bedroom houses. I'm very happy and say thank you for His Excellency, Professor Babagana Omar Azan. We are so happy and proud of him that we are given a house here.
The Borno state government says the allocation of the houses would be strictly monitored by the Commissioner for Education to ensure that only genuine teachers benefit from the scheme.
And now to politics. The Borno State chapter of the All Progressives Congress, APC, has expressed readiness to participate in the forthcoming local government election come December 2025 in the state. Chairman of the party, Mr. Bello Ayuba, who disclosed this at a press briefing in Maiduguri, explains that all the duly registered members of the party are allowed to contest for any position of chairmanship or councillorship during the elections. He further explains that already sales of forms, screening, appeals and reconciliation committees have been set up to ensure hitch-free and inclusive elections.
The party is a straightforward party. The party is on ground. We don't have any fear. Borno State is known for APC. We have structures right from the ward, local government, and then the state. Then we have made it very clear that we don't have any interest in particular candidates. All the candidates are ours. We are the party. We are the leaders of the party. So why should we segregate? What we want somebody who can win election. If you are popular in your local government, if you are popular in your own ward, no matter how many number of people purchase form in your own local government or ward, then for obvious reason, I've made it clear we don't have candidate. Governor doesn't get any candidate. The party doesn't get any candidate. All the candidates are ours. Whosoever is willing to contest, we are going to give a very fair playing ground to all.
The leadership of the ruling People's Democratic Party in Taraba State has presented flags to its candidates across the 16 local government areas ahead of next month's council polls. During the flags presentation ceremony, the state party chairman, Abubakar Bawa, commends the transparent process leading to the emergence of the candidates, as he also expressed gratitude to Governor Abu Kefas for providing an enabling environment for the conduct of the primaries.
As candidate of our great party, it is important to remind you that you are certainly not the best person in your various local governments, but beneficiaries of God's will. Hence, you must commit yourself to the important task of the party winning the election at all levels. We all know that His Excellency, Dr. Abu Kefas, desires the best for our state. And as local government council chairman, your complementary roles will actually strengthen governance at the grassroots. I admonish you all to acquaint yourself with all along with the governor's speech and style in order to turn our grassroots to the envy of other states in Nigeria.
On behalf of His Excellency,
Mr. Chairman, we want to congratulate you for a successful Congress that saw to the emergence of this candidate. We want to congratulate you and members of the working committee for this judicious screening to ensuring that our candidates are sellable to the electorates in the 16 local government of our state. Be assured that His Excellency's administration will work closely with these candidates when they emerge in the next local government election.
And that's it on the program. Thank you for being there. Join us again, same time next week when we'll bring you another round of reports from across different regions in the country. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.